Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. To commemorate International Women's Day, I have decided to share my soft glam makeup tutorial because it is apparently nice according to people that see it. It is fast and it is also easy. So I hope that you enjoy this video and you can learn something from it. Whilst I'm doing the video, I will also be talking a bit about what it means to me to be a woman, why I'm in makeup, what makeup was intended for originally. I would like to also ask if you can please excuse my voice as I have a bit of a stuffy nasal at the minute with the weather changing at this time of year. But I'm taking my vitamin C and zinc, so I should get better soon. So first things first, eyebrows. You can get an eyebrow pencil from the hair shop. It's usually £1. If you get the one with the sharpener, due to inflation, it's probably £1.49 as this was. So for eyebrows, I just underline my eyebrows, then I overline it faintly. I don't always do my eyebrows because my eyebrows are quite thick already. I fill in the end, and at the bottom I just do a few lines going up. And I mean, it looks okay, a bit funky, but this is where you brush it up and it just blends, and now you've got a whole new eyebrow. You just brush it into the shape that you want and you've got a whole new eyebrow. So yeah, I would probably do both of them at the same time, not one at a time, but since I'm explaining, that's why I have done it that way. I like eyebrows because they are like life, you know. In life, you can choose your path, and on your face, you can draw your eyebrows. So to me, eyebrows are a symbolization of choice and freedom. And as a woman, choice and freedom are very important to us. So that's eyebrows practically done. Then I have two methods. I either get my concealer or I get my foundation first. I think today I'll go with concealer first because I think that's more norm and conventional. So concealer, I am using this MAC 24 Hour Radiant Concealer in the shade NW50. Shout out to my mum, this was hers and I kidnapped it. So obviously just put a bit under your eyes. And I put a tiny bit under my eyebrows, a little bit on my forehead, and then slightly above my lip to hide my moustache, which you guys didn't notice, and now I have exposed myself. So I have this Real Technique brush from TK Maxx, and I think a very key thing when you're doing makeup is to dab, you know. Don't wipe, don't brush, just dab, 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 dab. So the intention of the concealer is just to cover up all of those dark spots, and it's also to brighten certain parts of your face, you know. The lighting is quite strong, so I feel like you can't really see it, but once I put on my foundation, it will all come together. I used to use a much lighter, brighter concealer, and when I'm doing a full look, I still do use this concealer. But since we're just going for this soft glam, I just use a bit of a darker concealer. Wow, it's coming together already. So I struggle to kind of dab here. I'm sure regularly this will require another makeup brush, but if you know me, you know I used to use one makeup brush for my whole face, so at least we've made some improvements. But yeah, so I think that makeup is obviously intended to enhance your natural beauty. It's not meant to change your face or change how you look, you know. that's why there was the whole frenzy of the birthday makeup, because that was quite an extravagant look for makeup, whereas makeup is just meant to be something relaxing that brings out your natural beauty. Because remember, you are beautiful. I don't know why they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because everyone is beautiful, that's it. I guess I am the person beholding the eye, but that's my opinion, because beauty comes from within, you know. So I get my concealer, which is the 24-hour Smooth Wear MAC Studio Fix Concealer in the shade NW53, and I use this concealer as my foundation because it sits perfectly well on my face. I don't feel it all day. If I hug someone wearing white, it does not transfer onto their clothes. It blends well with my skin. Like, this is what I mean when I say enhance natural beauty. Because if I use a shade that isn't the right tone, maybe it's a bit darker, maybe it's a bit lighter, that's when you can really tell that I'm wearing makeup. It gets the cakey look and it looks less natural. Whereas with this, it's just me, but a bit better. Me, but hiding my imperfections. As you can see, I'm constantly doing a dabbing motion. Dabbing, 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 dabbing. If I'm in a rush, it's kind of like a dabbing maneuver, like a dab shift, but obviously we're just taking our time, relaxing. I think if you also saw, I dabbed over the concealer just because sometimes I want the concealer to blend well but still be visible. And I also can't remember what I was going to say next, so let's just move on. So then these are the places that I put the rest of my foundation, because I put a bit of concealer in the middle of my forehead, isn't it? So I'm not going to put foundation directly on that space, and I haven't done anything with my nose. So dab, 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 dab. Again, excuse my nasal. Dabbing, 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 dabbing. Then, for the most part, it's blended. Also, I'm wearing this because I've just done a bit of edges. So make sure you're conscious of that. Once you've finished your makeup, make sure that you go in and blend that line, because if not, you'll see a line where you're wearing makeup and where your hairline is. So with the residue on my brush, I just go over the under eye concealer just to shift it around, ensure that it looks okay. Look, quite smooth, isn't it? Quite smooth. So then we're practically done. All we have to do next is the powders, the blush, the highlight, the eyelashes. And honestly, this look takes about 15 minutes when it takes long. This video will be about 15-20 minutes, and I'm taking breaks, I'm talking, I had a phone call, I'm being interrupted. So yeah, this is the soft glam look that you need. And honestly, I know that some people might say, no, this works on you, you've been doing it for years, it works with your face. Every single time I do someone's makeup, this is exactly the method I use, and they come out looking 10/10. I have people to verify and confirm, and I have videos in case anyone doesn't believe me. So for the blushed look, I go in with my Huda Beauty cinnamon bun shade. There was a shade that originally me and my mum used to use, but we've lost it and we can't remember it. So for now, I'm using cinnamon bun. I'm using a smaller brush just to really get into the crevices and ensure that everything's intact. Not too much, just enough for that blushed effect. I feel like this product really just like helps with the final blending. So yeah, I go in with my powder. I put it in the same place as I put my concealer. So under my eye, under my lip. I also put this in the center of my nose, just that T-zone, I think it is, for in case I'm gonna sweat, you know. And then over my eyes, because I've got a bit of hooded eyelids and they may get sweaty. And anything you do on that side, make sure symmetry, do it on the other side. I feel like I haven't spoken about women far enough, and it's International Women's Day, but I am a woman, so that's enough. No, I'm joking. But I think makeup, this is Studio Fix MAC NW55. This is my finishing powder, so I dab and I like do a brushing dabbing motion just to kind of blend everything. I do it outwards because I don't know why I do it inwards on my whole face, and with this the blend is going to be blended. But back to International Women's Day, makeup is a powerful tool for women. No one should be penalized for wearing makeup. Some people are more comfortable and confident in makeup, and I don't think that they should be penalized for it. I don't think that they should be looked down upon for it, because makeup is a natural enhancement, you know? Well, not a natural enhancement, but it's an enhancement to promote your natural beauty. As you saw me in the beginning of this video compared to now, I look the same or similar. However, I look much more significantly beautiful now. And the reason that I love this makeup look that I am doing is because less is more. This makeup look, this is the makeup look that I used yesterday, and I went to a very high class place with very prominent people, but I was in a rush. So I just went, what do I know? And I literally done this. The pictures came out absolutely gorgeous in a humble way. So that's done. Now we get our blush. No clue what shade this is. This was my mum's and it was also very old, so I just took it from her because she got a new one. So you kind of just put your brush in here and go into your cheek. Blush is up to you. For me, on a day like this, this is enough blush. The more blush you put, the more fancy you look. So this is a bit more blush. This side, I look a bit more fancy. This side, I look a bit more casual. I'm obviously going to make them even. So I add, depending on where I'm going and what look I'm going for, I just squeeze my brush, put it on my eyelids, just to give my eyelids that little rosy feel and touch. That is my blush. So now I'm going in with my Starry Night eyeshadow, but I'm using it as a highlight because, as you can see, I just do whatever I want. So just put a little bit, just bow, 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 bow. I mean, that's the best way that I can describe the movement. Bow, 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 bow. Again, you might want to put some on your eyelids. Depends how glam you're going. For me, yesterday, I put some under the bridge of my eyebrows. I put a little bit on the bridge of my nose, and I put a little bit on top of my lip. All you do next is either add your eyelash extensions or clusters. I already have clusters in, unfortunately, so I can't show you how I do those, but they take maximum 5 minutes. Or you can add your mascara. Because my clusters are a day old, I just go in with mascara on top of my clusters. And then I just, obviously here you can see there's some missing, so I just had to add there, just to give it that elevated look. And then we do the bottom lashes. When you do your lashes, make sure you are constantly going sideways. If not, it will get clumpy. So finally, I need you to remember that you have your headscarf on. So you need to really go in and blend that line to be that independent woman that you long to be on International Women's Day. Shout out to all women. Shout out to Maya Angelou. Shout out to my mum. Shout out to India Ree. Shout out to Whitney Houston. Shout out to all the influential women out there. Shout out to you and shout out to me. Thank you for listening. I mean, I've never done a tutorial or I've never done some sort of get ready with me. I hope this was enjoyable. If it wasn't, keep it to yourself. No, I'm joking. Please feel free, give me feedback. I'll do better next time. I didn't actually do my lips. I know you guys want the combo. Let me do the lips. So I have this MAC lip liner in the shade Chestnut. We outline our lips. Step 1. Then I have this MAC lipstick. Can't tell the shade because it's a bit old. We underline the outline of our lips, or overline on the bottom. Then I have this Bratz thing that once I saw years ago and I liked, and I never used because I didn't know how to, but now that it's in this combo, it might be finishing soon. I just put this in the middle of my lip just for that brighter inner effect. I then go in with my Chanel lip gloss in the shade 278 Cocoa Rouge, or any lip gloss at this stage. Put it on top. Blend it. And that is your complete look. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please do like, comment and subscribe. Give me any feedback. I'll probably do some more. Do try this makeup look. Feel free to DM me on Instagram showing me your finished looks. And thank you for tuning in. Have a very wonderful rest of your day.